Hello everyone. Today I am going to discuss about the filtration process. Yesterday we have studied about the sedimentation, coagulation, sedimentation with coagulation and flocculation. Okay. So once again I am repeating regarding this sedimentation, softening, okay, coagulations. The coagulation means this, here we are adding some chemicals to form a flux. Okay, why we are what is the need of that flux? It will try to join all the suspended particles together and adhere manner, and that is called as a flux. The entire flux specific gravity will be increased, okay, due to collection of the different particles. Then automatically, due to higher specific gravity, it will be settled down. That is called flocculation. Okay, next one is uh, after that we went towards the filtration process. So what is mean by filtration? How do you perform or how do you conduct the filtration? Okay, what are the steps involving in the while filtering the water? So all these things we will discuss here. First of all, once again I want to recall all those things. Coagulation, the surface water must be treated to remove turbidity, color and bacteria. Okay, a coagulant is nothing but it is a substance or chemical that is added to water to accomplish coagulation process. Okay, simply I can say the definition, it is a method to alter the colloids so that they will be able to approach and adhere to each other to form larger flux particles. A method to alter the colloids so that they will be able to approach and adhere to each other to form larger flux particles. This is nothing but coagulation process. We have studied the coagulant properties, that is nothing but chemical properties. Trivalent cation colloids must commonly negative charge, hence cation is required to neutralize the charge. Next to non-toxic, it should be non-toxic. The chemical should be non-toxic. Insoluble in the natural pH range. pH range is there. Insoluble in the natural condition. Next one is two most commonly coagulants are aluminum, like alum Al3 plus and ferrous iron Fe3 plus. Okay, alum can be purchased as a dry or liquid alum. You can purchase it is in dry condition or wet condition or liquid condition. Okay, next we have seen the some chemical reaction which is adding to the water. Next, lime or sodium carbonate may be added to neutralize the acid. If you want to neutralize the acid, you have to add lime or sodium carbonate. Next, two important factors in coagulants additions are pH and dose. So already we have discussed in those yesterday class. Next one is softening. Softening is nothing but hardness. It is defined as the sum of all polyvalent cation and the common units expression in mg per liter as CaCO3 calcium carbonate. The term hardness is used to characterize a water that does not lather well. Okay, it does not give any lather. Okay, that is called uh, soft water. Next one is flocculation. In the flocculation process, the most important factor affecting particle removal efficiency is flocculation. The main objective is to bring the particles into contact so that they will collide, stick together and grow to a size that will readily settle. That is the main objective of coagulation, sorry, flocculation. Okay, now next one is, in this process we are mixing in the rapid mixing or some mechanical devices we were used for rapid mixing, Buffel valves, all those things we have seen in the yesterday class in the fluctuation, so that they can elaborate and form flux larger particles accomplished by slow and gentle mixing. Okay, axial flow impeller, paddle fluctuator, Buffel chamber, all these things we have discussed yesterday class. For to run the shaft we need some certain of power, certain amount of power. You can find out that power with some equation. Okay, all those things we have studied in the earlier class. Now let us go towards the filtration process. Filtration is nothing but the process of passing the water through the bed of such granular materials is known as filtration. You are pouring some granular material in particular bed or in a container. From this the water will be penetrate. That process is called filtration. The process of passing the water through the bed of such granular material is known as filtration. We have two types of filters. First one is slow sand gravity filter. Next one is rapid sand filter. Other type of filter also there, that is pressure filter. Pressure filter. Okay, so this is the pressure filter. We have three kinds of filters. First of all, the water leaving the sedimentation tank still contains flux particles. Some particles are there, those are remains in the sedimentation tank. The settled water turbidity is generally in the range from 1 to 10 NTU. Okay, that is 2 NTU. The turbidity will become 2 NTU. This is the unit NTU or JTU, Jackson turbidity unit. Okay, we will discuss later. In order to reduce the turbidity to less than 0.3 NTU, a filtration process normally used. If turbidity is nothing but if you are sending the light, if you take the glass of water, add some sugar or some white powder, okay, then from that you have to send the light. It does not penetrate through the liquid or that water. Okay, it will obstacle, you cannot see the with your naked eye that particular light in the outside. So that means it has more amount of turbidity. Okay, it was more contaminated water, it has more contaminated water. So that is nothing but turbidity. Simply you cannot see the water. Okay, it was fully contaminated with mud, some small organic inorganic matter. That is called turbidity simply. Okay, in technically, if you scatter the light through the water, you cannot see with your naked eye. That is called turbidity. If you see the clean water, there are no certain small organic matter or particles or some mud. That is why if you send the light through the particular water in the glass, definitely it will pass from one side to other side. You can see clearly with your eyes. Okay, that light, that is called pure water. The turbidity is having less than 0.2 or less than 1 or 1 NTU. Okay, next one is, if the turbidity is more, you have to conduct the filtration process. You have to do the filtration process. If there is no flux, if there is pure water, there is no required this filtration process. In the filtration process we have two types of filters. First one is slow sand filter, next one is rapid sand filter, other one is pressure filter. The slow sand filters are used in water purification for treating raw water to produce a potable product. They are typically 1 to 2 meters deep, can be rectangular or cylindrical in cross section, and are used primarily to treat surface water. Periodically clean by removing, cleaning and replacing the upper few inches of biologically activated sand. So with this is the cleaning process. You are continuously doing the filtration process. Then automatically what will happen? All the sediments, all the flux will be settled in the particular filter media. That is sand. Okay. So if you don't clean that filter media or that sand bed, the automatically what will happen? That will further and further will be leads to contamination. Okay. Bacterial growth also we can see. That is the most dangerous. That is why we have to remove the top layer of the sand filter bed. Okay. That is periodically clean by removing, cleaning and replacing the upper few inches of biological activated slab. Next one is, this is the slow sand filter diagram. Slow sand filter diagram. Uh, so what you have to do? You have to open this valve. The water will enter from this portion to inlet chamber. It will be filled with water, this inlet chamber. From inlet chamber to this filter media, sand. From sand to gravel, gravel to under drain pipes, the water will goes. Okay. First what you have to do? Here this is a tank. This is a tank. Just a minute. Just a minute. Here simply I will say the slow sand filter consists of water tank. This is the water tank. Okay, water tank basin containing sand layer 0.75 to this depth is 0.75. You should keep it in your mind. This is the important thing. 0.75 to 0.9 meters thick. Okay. This depth is 0.75 to 0.9 meter thick, supported on a layer of gravel. So this is gravel. Here, this depth is 0.2 to 0.3 meters. 0.2 to 0.3 meters. The gravel is underlain by a system of open joint under drains which lead the water towards the outlet, where a device is generally located to control the rate of the flow through the filter. Okay, these are the drains. These are the vertical drains, under drains. From these, water slowly comes and percolates, slowly goes towards the outlet chamber. This is the outlet chamber. Okay, water comes from the inlet chamber. If you open this valve, comes and enter in the inlet chamber and fall down in the on the sand bed. Slowly it will be percolate through the sand particles and enter inside the gravel. After the gravel, it enters into the under drains. Through this porous matter or under drains, water will pass to the filter head, or sorry, in this outlet chamber. Okay, the effective size of sand to be maintained is 0.2 to 0.3 meters. Effective size of the sand, important. Effective size of sand, effective size of the sand is how much? 0.2 to 0.3 mm. Point 3 mm. The uniform coefficient is 2 to 3. Uniform coefficient is 2 to 3. Okay. Next one is the gravel is usually placed in 4 layers. This is gravel. You should keep it in 4 layers. 4 layers. The total depth is 0.3 meters, graded from 2 to 45 mm. 2 to 45 mm size. 2 to 45 mm. Okay. In this type of filter, coagulation is pre-treatment is not required. However, if the turbidity is more than 50 ppm, as in the case of rainy season, coagulation would be essential. In rainy season, we must do the coagulation process. Filtration operation, filter operation, it is filled with water to a depth of 1 to 1.5 meters above the sand bed. Okay, from here to here, 1 to 1.5 meters, you have to fill the water. Fill the water. Next one, the water percolates through the layers at a rate of about 100 to 150 liters per hour per square meters. Enta? How much? 100 to 150 liters per hour in slow sand filter. 100 liters per hour per square meter. Okay, this is for spare meter until the head loss reaches 60 centimeter. Here this is the head loss. You should see here, this is the head loss. The water should be here, the gap should be 60 centimeter, that is head loss. Okay, next one is when the head loss increases, it is uneconomical to run the filters. If head loss increases, this is uneconomical. If it is increasing the size, okay, which means it is not filtering perfectly, it is creating some nuisance or disturbance, that is will become uneconomical to run the filter. The filter is then put out of service and about 20 to 30 mm sand at the tap is scraped off. If the head loss is become more, what you have to do, you have to remove this sand, remove this sand, how much, 20 to 30 mm depth. Then after this, fresh sand is added to maintain the required depth of the sand layer. Then you have to add some fresh sand on the particular previous sand. If you see the efficiency of the slow sand filter, efficiency, how much, efficiency, efficiency of slow sand filter is how much, 98 to 99%. It removes 98 to 99% of the uh, fluk or bacteria, whatever it is. Okay, it works out nearly 98 to 99%. Next, color removal 20 to 25%. Color removal, color removal 20 to 25%. Turbidity removal, how much? Turbidity, turbidity removal is 90 to 95%. 90 to 95%. Okay, so these are the specifications. The process required more area and the rate of filtration is very low, therefore they are not usually used in the urban areas. This require a lot of place, so if you want to use this in the urban area, it is not perfectly fit. Okay, why? Because it is occupying larger area and rate of filtration also very slow. Therefore, they are not usually used in the urban areas. Flow control is achieved by means of float controlling valve or by direct control of flow lift pumps. Okay, this is regarding the slow sand filter. Understood? Next one is rapid sand filter. Once you recall whatever I said, the efficiency of the slow sand filter, the sand layer depth, next one is grain size, grain size, then rapid sand filtration is purely physical drinking water purification method. Rapid sand filters provide rapid and efficient, it is rapid and efficient removal of relatively large suspended particles. Large suspended particles. These are the two types of rapid sand filters typically, that is rapid gravity filters, rapid pressure sand filters. Rapid pressure sand filters. Okay, just recall. It is purely physical drinking water purification method. Rapid filters are provided rapid and efficient removal of relatively large suspended particles. Two types of rapid sand filters are there. First one is rapid gravity filters, second one is rapid pressure sand filters. The biggest disadvantage of slow sand filter is that is require larger area due to slow filtration rate, as I told you. Okay, this requirement make it is uneconomical for places where land is very costly in urban area. In order to reduce the requirement of space and to increase the rate of filtration, a lot of research continued, which finally led to the develop the rapid sand filter. Next one is rapid sand filters have filter rates 40 times. Filter rate is 40 times those of slow sand filters. Okay, the major parts of rapid sand filters are: first one is filter tank or filter box, second one is filter sand or mixed media, gravel supported bed, under drain system, wash water troughs, filter bed agitators. So these are the component parts for the rapid sand filter. You can see here how the water is flowing from the rapid sand filter. Okay, these are the beds. These are the beds which is filled with coarse grain soil. Okay, next one is pressure filters. Pressure filters are used extensively in iron and manganese removal plants. This is extensively only meant for to remove the iron and manganese. A pressure sand filter is contained under pressure in a steel tank, which may be vertical or horizontal depending on the space available. Okay, as with gravity filters, the media is usually sand, same here also sand, or a combination of media, and filtration rates are similar to gravity filters. Gravity filters are nothing but here rapid sand filters. Groundwater is first aerated to oxidize the iron or manganese and then pumped through the filter to remove the suspended material. Yesterday, we have discussed about the aeration process. So, okay, you got an idea. This is the pressure filter. From this, you should send the water from the inlet. It will revolve with certain revolutions per minute, that is 300 rpm. The diameter is 1100. Okay, so this is the original diagram of the pressure filter. So if you want to compare the slow sand filter and rapid sand filter, slow sand filter, here I am writing this is the comparison between the slow sand filter and rapid sand filter. Slow sand filter, rapid sand filter. Okay, here first of all, if you take the coagulation for slow sand filters, it is not required. Not required coagulation. Okay, not required. For this rapid sand filter, coagulation is required. Clear? This is clear. Next one is area requirement for slow sand filter. Area requirement, very large area required for slow sand filter. very large area required. For this, small area enough. Small area enough. Next one is economy. Economy wise, for slow sand filter require high cost. Okay. For rapid sand filters, cheap and economical. This is cheap and economical. Okay. In economy point of view. Next one is quantity of sand. The quantity of sand, if for slow sand filters more, for rapid sand filters require less. Next one is quality of sand, rate of filtration, rate of filtration. Rate of filtration 100 to 150. Liters per hour per square meter. Okay. Next here, this is also 100 to 150 liters per minute per square meter. I forget this rapid sand filter, but it is more than nearly 1000, I think. Liters per. Okay. Next to cleaning period. Cleaning period 1 to 3 months. One to 3 months. This is 2 to 3 days only. 2 to 3 days. Next one is efficiency. Efficiency is slow sand filter more efficient for bacterial removal and less for turbidity and color removal. Okay, this is more efficiency more with respect to bacterial removal and less for turbidity. Here this is less efficient for bacterial removal, less efficient for bacterial removal, approximately 80 to 90%. 80 to 90%. This is 98 to 99 point or 99%. So these are the very important uh, comparisons between the slow sand filter and rapid sand filter. Okay, for backwashing, slow sand filter for no backwashing is required. Okay, for cleaning purpose, rapid sand filter the backwashing is required. 2 to 4% of filtered water is required. 2 to 4% of filtered water is required for backwashing. Clear? Next, under drainage system laid to receive filter water, open joint pipes in the slow sand filter, in the rapid sand filters laid to receive filter water, and also to pass backwasher at a high rate, manifold and lateral. So these are the main important differences between the slow sand filter and the rapid sand filter. Here I will tell you briefly about the rapid sand filter. Rapid sand filter, in this type of filter, the size of sand grain is increased to increase the rate of filtration. Here we are increasing the grain size. Grain size increasing. You should keep it in your mind. We are increasing the grain size, and sand grain is increased to increase the rate of filtration. Here water is pre-treated by coagulation and sedimentation for settlement of suspended solids before filtration process. Here it consists of watertight regular water tank having a height of 2.5 to 3.5 meters. 2.5 to 3.5 meters. The area required is much less as compared to slow sand filters. The rate of filtration is about 1000 to 1500 liters per meter per square meter of filter area. Filter media consists of gravel and sand layers. The gravel is laid in 5 to 6 layers and its thickness varies from zero point 0.6 to 0.9 meters. Okay, thickness is varies from 0.6 to, I will try to draw the diagram, just a minute. Here I will try to draw the diagram. హలో, సరిపోతుంది నేను క్లాస్ చెప్తాను, నాకు మళ్ళీ చెప్తాను. So this is the structure. Okay, filter water storage tank here. This is filter water. Storage tank. Okay. This is wash water drain. Wash water drain. Here I will tell you the main principle. It consists of manifold and laterals. It serves two purposes. First one, to receive and collect the filter water. To receive the filter water. Second one is allows backwashing for cleaning the water. So this is two things. For backwashing purpose, this will be used. Next one is to receive the collect the filter water. To release the collect the filter water. Okay. Next one is it should be capable of passing the wash water upward at high rate. Upward velocity ranges between 0.3 to 0.9 meters. Okay. So if you send the water through this, it will go inside and say upward it will goes from the filter media to clean the gravel and sand bed. Okay. At the rate of 0.3 to 0.9 meters per minute. The rate of backwash is about 300 to 900 ppm per square meters of filter area. Okay, backwashing is nothing but it is a normal clean bed head. Loss varies from 15 to 30 centimeters and it increases with filter run, due to which rate of filtration starts reducing considerably. The other major drawback is the formation of mud balls. Here, while the filtration process, you can see the mud balls. Okay, negative pressure and cracking of filter. To overcome these difficulties, backwashing is necessary. So here you can see the cracking. Okay, due to over fast filtration process, you can see like some cracks. You are some mud balls. So if you want to avoid those things, you should send the water backwashing. You can eliminate those drawbacks. Okay, then compressed air and wash water is forced upward through the underground system. Compressed air assists the cleaning process of the filter. After washing, dirty water is collected to wash water gutters and carried by inlet chamber to the wash water drain. So all the collected water will be all cleaning water will be collected at the gutters. Okay, the backwashing is usually done once in a day. The whole process of backwashing require approximately 15 minutes. Okay, the quantity of backwash water is about 2 to 4% of the total quantity of the treated water. So this is regarding the rapid salt filter. Okay,